2017 to 2022 Honda CR-V side view mirror replacement. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm going to show you how to replace this side view mirror assembly. I got one right here. It got hit by a bug while it was driving. So I'm going to show you how to replace this whole housing assembly. This is a Honda CR-V, and this one got busted up. Now this one has a blinker. It also has the blind spot monitoring feature. The one I got, let's talk about it for a second. You got to match up the right one you need. So this one has blind spot monitoring, which is that little yellow light in the mirror. It's heated glass, and it also has the power mirror function. I assume most of these CR-Vs have all this stuff, but when you go to buy one, you want to make sure you get one with a blinker and make sure it says, like, you know, it has all these features. On Amazon, I'm going to link it all down below, the different options, but the one I put in from Amazon worked fantastic. And you can get it in white or black. It comes pre-painted. Not all do. Some you have to still go get it painted. But I'm going to link down below all the options that are available at this time. And yeah, so let's get to it. You got to take the door panel off. The mirror, it has 3 nuts that hold it on, but it has a long wire harness that goes into the door panel or behind the door panel. Door panel removal. So first you want to get a plastic pry bar interior tool, something like this, to get this stuff loose. The plastic pry bar won't scratch any of your interior. We got to get this window master switch panel off first. You just want to kind of get in here and pry it up a little bit, wiggle this and pull it upwards. Don't rage rip it out though, because it has 2 wire harnesses attached. Not much slack, but you want to get a small flathead, and there's a little button in the center of the connector. You want to compress that, and then with your other hand pull the connector out. Do not pull it by the wires, you'll rip the wires. And then just kind of wiggle it out. Like I said, not much slack, which I was surprised because Hondas are usually pretty good about that. Same right here, that little center tab, push that tab, and then with your other hand just kind of pull the connector out by the connector. We'll set this switch aside. Those are good for now. Now we got a Phillips screw right here. It's a long screw, just get your Phillips in there and get it out. Electric tools are good for this type of thing. I set that aside. Now we're going to use our plastic pry bar to pry off the speaker up here. Be careful because this has a wire harness on the back of it that's attached to the speaker. It's a really small, fragile harness. So once you get this off a little bit, you want to come in here and get this off. This has a tab, but it's like on the bottom. It's a terrible spot, but you got to compress it and then pull this guy out. Once that electrical connector is out, you can kind of wiggle and pull the rest of this off right here. Just, yeah, be careful. There's a guide that it's in, so you have to take it out of the guide. Here's 2 of the nuts for the mirror, and then the wire harness, you can kind of see it now. It goes down into the door. So let's go ahead and take the door panel off. So it's held in by a bunch of green clips. They will pop out. You got to just grab the door and wiggle it and pull it outwards, and then once it pops free, we're going to go upwards with it to get it off the lip on the top. I kind of get it over here, get my little tools in here to kind of get my fingers in here, and I'm going to wiggle it and pull it back. Wiggling is your friend, just a lot of wiggling and pull it back, and then you're going to make your way around the whole door. So I usually grab it like right here in the bottom right corner, try to get my fingers there and just kind of wiggle it and pull it. Focus on one spot so you don't break the door panel, and then you'll hear the clips start popping loose, and then just make your way around the whole door. Yeah, don't lose your patience and like try to rage rip it because you'll snap your panel in half. But yeah, just once you get it busted free, go upwards with it to lift it off the lip of the door, and then we'll set this guy aside. Once this is set aside, what I do is these little green clips, I make sure that they're all in the door panel, because there's always 1 or 2 that want to stick in the door. So just go around, make sure. So see right here, this guy stayed behind. I'm gonna go ahead and get him out and put him in the door panel. I like doing it right away so I don't forget later. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get my tool right here and pop this guy out. This is a better way to do it right here. And I'll link this blue tool in the comments, I mean in the description below. So yeah, we'll just put this back where it goes like that. And like I said, just do it for any of them that are out of place. And we'll leave that there for now. Alright, mirror removal and replacement. So now that we got the door panel off, we're going to get this connector out right here. Has a little push tab in the center. Push that up, use your other hand to pull it out. This has 9 wires. If yours that has like different, then you need to get a different mirror. Like some have 6 wires or whatever, but this has 9. It has all the features that a mirror can have. And then there's a little guide right here. We got to get this guide out. Right here, remove the speaker wire from the guide, and then we're going to pop this out with our tool right here, like that. All right, once we have that off, let's go ahead and start working on the nuts. Also, these little gray clips, if you want, you can get these off right now and put these back in the speaker panel. That's what I do. Just pop these guys off and put them back in the speaker panel. If these broke on you, don't beat yourself up about it. They break all the time. Okay, now I got my 10 millimeter. I'm gonna get these nuts off. The third one is hidden behind this door seal, so I'm gonna go and pull this back a little bit and then loosen it right there. So I got that one, and then don't lose these nuts, of course. Got that one and got that one. Now the mirror should not just fall off. It's held on by like a little white grommet, so you kind of got to grab it and wiggle it and kind of, you know, massage it out. Here's the grommet right here. They put that there so when you take the nuts off, it doesn't just fall off. That's what it looks like. And then just kind of wiggle this guy and pull him out. Make sure you don't scratch your paint or nothing. And yeah, so that's how you remove it. And now let's go ahead and get our new one right here. And what I do is I feed the wire through first, and then I just kind of push it in place. The grommet should grab and hold it in place. Make sure it's lined up pretty good. And then once it is, we'll go ahead and tighten our nuts on it. That's what it should look like, that grommet in place. And then just go ahead and get these nuts hand tightened. I'll put all three of them on first before I tighten them down. There you go. I got them all three on. And then I'll plug this electrical connector in. It's kind of hard to get in because like the way the door is made, but just get it in, make sure it snaps good in place, and then we'll tighten down these 10 millimeter nuts. You don't got to go crazy tight on these because that you can snap the studs pretty easy. Just get them like snug plus a quarter turn. I don't have the torque spec, sorry, but when you do tighten them down, come and look at the door and make sure it's like sealed pretty good. Make sure there's no gaps or nothing's crooked. Make sure it's pretty flush. And then we'll go ahead and push this seal back in place. It has a little grommet that you can push in to the hole. Get this seal good because this is what keeps water out your door. All right. Now, the old one had a little guide right here. The aftermarket one does not come with it, unfortunately. So if you have like a zip tie or some kind of like maybe like a twisty tie, if you still have those in your kitchen, just something to kind of put these wires together so they are close and out of the way for the door panel. This is how I did it, but you can make up your own door panel installation. All right, so now we're going to put our door panel back on. It basically just snaps right in place. Make sure your wire harnesses aren't going to get in the way, and make sure they're, everything's good. What you want to do is put the top on first. You kind of drop it down onto the top because the top has a lip, so you got to get the door panel kind of on the lip. And then once you do that, the little green clips should line up with their holes, if not like dead on, pretty close. And then you just kind of massage the door to fit it in place, and then just push everything, make sure it snaps, push all the clips in and it should snap in place. Once it's on, we're just going to put it all back together. We're just going to put our screw in right here, our Phillips screw, very important. Get that guy nice and tight. And then we're going to attach our window master switch. Now here's the panel part number if you happen to break yours. And then this is the part number on the window master switch. It's not really a Honda part number. I guess some other company's making it. Put the electrical connectors in. Make sure your white clips are on here before you put it in. And then just line this up and then just push it down into place like that. And then over here, we got to put our speaker connector in. So when you come over here, put this close to the door, connect the electrical connector. And then when you put this in, you want to get the bottom in first. Tuck the bottom in behind the door panel and then make sure it's lined up. And then it should just kind of go into place. You just push it in and it goes like that. Test your mirror out, hit the blinker. Blinker works. Turn your car on. If you have the feature that senses cars next to you, the BSM, that should flash as soon as you power on your car. And then you could just test the electrical mirror part, go up and down with it, make sure it all works. It should be all good. Like I said, I'll link everything below that you need. All right, guys, well, that's it. Any additional information in the comments is appreciated. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Guys, that's all the information I got for you. The rest of the video is just some products and other stuff I got going on. Totally up to you if you want to stick around. I got a 15% off Oxido.com promo code. Now, Oxido has a bunch of products, but what they're mostly known for is their really good aftermarket headlights. So if you got an older car, 80s, 90s, 2000s, even a newer car, if it has a bulb, they probably got an upgraded bulb for you. You may have seen aftermarket LED headlights on Amazon, but the thing, I'm not going to say any names, but the thing is, they have a lot of issues. Sometimes they start to flicker after a few months, or they get hot and the LED burns off. These are available on Amazon. You can get them there. However, if you go to the website and use the promo code Guillermo Auto, you can get 15% off. It's really easy. All you got to do is go to the website on your phone or your computer and then put in what kind of car you have, what year, make and model, you know, that stuff, and then it'll display to you all the available lights for your vehicle. You can get headlights, tail lights, interior lights. Highly recommend getting some good interior lights. You'll be surprised how bright it is. So just type Guillermo Auto in at the checkout and you'll get 15% off.